The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning and good evening, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining today's webinar. Today we have Smart App Builder Senior Product Manager Shanmugam and Business Analyst Om Prakash. They will be walking us all through new features available in Q3 release for Smart App Builder. Before moving forward in this session, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask them using the question window. At the end of the session, we will have about 10 minutes of question and answer session. Shanmugam and Om Prakash, you guys can take it forward from here. Thank you.
Thank you, Karan, for the introduction. Welcome all for your time and participating in this webinar. I am Om Prakash, Business Analyst from Smart App Builder. Along with me, Shanmu, a Senior Manager, is also in this call. Okay, let's start with the presentation. Okay. Topics to be covered in this webinar is global search, data restriction, file management, and conditional formatting. First, we will look into global search. Global search is a feature which allows users to search the records globally in an application and see the object result view instead of searching records from a specific object. Using global search, user can find the relevant records across all objects in an application. After finding records, user can click record in global search and navigate to the record page. Next, we will move to the video. Okay. This is the login page of Smart App Builder. So for global search, user needs to navigate to the application designer page and search and select the application name where global search needs to be enabled. In designer page, user needs to navigate to ER diagram. So this ER diagram consists of the entire structure of an application. So click global search icon against the field in the diagram. Once user selects field in ER diagram, user should select the view layout against each field. Then only user able to navigate to the view page after select a record from the global search list. User needs to select the layout icon which is near the object. Okay. Once user clicks the icon, it will display the view layouts. User needs to click the view layout. Okay. Once the layout is added in global field list, click initiate option. Okay. Once the index completes, enable is global search enable flag. Next, user clicks arrow in AR diagram page so that user can be navigate back to application homepage. Okay. Now next, login into the custom application. At top of the application, global search field is present. User can search the records only using global search field, which has been added in configuration page. Click filter in global search. This user can also filter records by giving the object name, created on, last modified on, created by, and last modified by. Okay. In our case, we have enabled global search icon for PO number field. So search by providing the PO number. That is, the PO number starts with PO. So it lists all the PO number starts with PO. So select PO-3. It will navigate to the record page. So that's it for global search. Next, we will look on to file management. File management is a feature used to manage a file or document, which user can attach it against the individual records of a specific object. File management setup to be done against object against which attachment or document to be uploaded. There are two types of attachment options available. One is attachment and the next one is documents. Attachments. Any file can be uploaded against a record anytime. Documents. Documents can be uploaded only on a periodic basis based on the conditions applied. In order to attach a file against an object record, attachment action to be added against an object layout. Based on the attachment or document setup done in object, user can attach a file or upload a document against an object record in the application. So next we will move to the video of file management. Okay, login page of Smart App Builder. So user needs to navigate to the Object Designer page. Okay, search and select object at the top of the page. File management is present at the properties of that object. Once you click File Manage, a pop-up will be open. It has attachments as well as document. Click Attachment and click plus icon to open an attachment pop-up. There are three save options. One is File, another one is Table, and JIT. The file will show the attachments will be stored in file server. Once you click Table, it will be showed in table format. Next, it's in JIT. Provide the extensions for the attachments. That is, it can be PNG, PDF, JPG, or any format. And user selects the file size also, maximum file size, KB or MB, and click Save. Okay. Next, user clicks Document, plus icon. Okay. In Documents, enter document name. And provide where the file needs to be, document needs to be saved. And set a frequency for it any day, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or yearly. So right now for FootClimb document name and set a frequency as any date. The format will be as dd-mm-yy. So next, user needs to provide single or multiple. Here you are selecting multiple, that is for a date maximum 5 files can be selected. As of now we are giving 3 as files to be uploaded. So next, give file extension. Okay. So file size and give save. So next, click another document, that is its document name as salary revision. Select save as type. And for salary revision, click yearly and format has been given as YY. So enter file extension, that is PDF, file size KB or MB. The maximum size should be 15 MB. Save. Save the object, build and deploy it. So navigate to tower menu to select the custom layout created for this particular object. Click view layout. So click actions, drag and drop the file manage action button. In properties of file manage action button, choose the object where the documents and attachments need to be uploaded. See, we are going to the custom application, click employee menu and click the record TIM. So for TIM, we are going to attach attachments and a document. So in attachments, you can drag and drop or browse files. So select one attachments. After selecting attachment, click upload option to upload the file. So user can also download a single file by clicking on download icon. User also can override it by clicking override icon. So once you click replace in confirmation stage, it can be override the file and then upload it. So in case user needs to download all attachments, click a selection box near the header level and click download option. It will be download as a zip format. Next, we'll move to documents. In documents, there is 2 documents, FootClimb and salary revision. First, we will upload document for FootClimb. For food claim, we have given multiple files. That is total 3 files we can upload for a particular date. So we are uploading 3 files. If user selects documents more than 3, then an error will be thrown. That is file upload limit exceeded. So click upload. Okay. Next we will upload for salary revision. For salary revision, we can upload only one document. Okay. Click upload. User can also search a document name by providing the name of the document in the top search section. That's it for attachments and documents, file management. Next, we will look into data restriction. Data restriction is nothing that system will control data from users, allowing users to see their own records created by them or records which created by their subordinates or supervisors. If system user does not want to provide access to all users to view the records, then they can restrict data access based on restriction field future available. Data restriction can be done against the layout level and will restrict the records from object list page. Data restriction can be done in 2 levels, that is user-based restriction and conditional-based restriction. User-based restriction contains 3 options, that is system will restrict the users to see their own records. System will restrict the users to see their own records as well as subordinates. The third one is the system will restrict the users to see their own records as well as their superior records. Next one is a conditional based restriction. That is system will restrict the users to view their records only if mentioned condition is met. So we'll go for the configuration page. Okay, login page. Navigate to the designer page and click layouts. Search and select the layouts where data restriction needs to be enabled. Data restriction is taken place in a list page. So click edit option. In right side of the page, you can find data restriction option. In user-based restriction, first we will look into owners can access only. If logged user needs to access their own record, then click owner can access only. Next one is subordinate can access only. If user wants to access their own records as well as their subordinates records, click subordinate can access only. If user wants to set that logged user should access their subordinate records up to level 3, it can be done by selecting number in the box. Next one is supervisor can access only. If a logged user needs to access their own record and their supervisor record, click supervisor can access only. Next, we will look into condition based restriction. Data can be restricted from the user based on the condition which is defined in condition based restriction. In current scenario, we will just list out only the active employees. So first we select field active, operator as equal to and constant as yes, so that it will display only the employees who are active. Save, click save. On save, we will publish the application. Next, we will go to the custom application. So click plus add icon and keep active as yes. Save, so that the particular employee will be viewed. Next, we will look into conditional formatting. Conditional formatting allows users to apply changes in page dynamically based on the rules configured in layout. Conditional formatting can be done against the layout and its field by using action, events, attributes, and condition. Conditional formatting setup can be done against the below pages, that is entry or edit page, which is known as entry layout, view page is known as view layout, and list page is known as list layout. So now we'll look into the configuration. Okay, log into the application. Search and select the application name. Click layout assignment in application page. Select an entry layout, that is customer relationship entry. Okay. In layout properties, you can see conditional format. Click it. This is a conditional format view page. Click add icon. Okay. Events. Event is used to trigger the changes based on the condition met, which is defined by fields available in page layout. There are two types of event. The first one is on load and next one is on change. On load is triggered when the page is loaded. On change is triggered if any field value of page is updated after the page is loaded. So first we will click on load. Next we will go to the source or apply to. Click apply to. It consists of fields, section and actions. That is a field which is in the layout. Also section consists of the sections created in this layout. Action consists of the actions which is drag and dropped in this layout. So click field. In field, click related account and market unit. Next, click attributes. For onload, there are 5 types of attributes. First one is hidden. This is used to hide fields, section and action. Next one is visible, used to view the hidden fields, actions and section. Third one, the field can be made as read only. Field can be made as editable, and the fifth one is mandatory. The field can also be made as mandatory. So now we will look for hidden options. In entry layout, user can set the conditional formatting for that is, user can decide whether event to be applied or add, edit or both pages. So here we have enable add option. Okay. Next example, we can see it for read only. That is, in onload, end date should be as a read only. Attribute should select as read only. Save. The next scenario is for editable. Select event as on change. So same field or different fields. Select different fields. Source field should be as the scenario is once the user click start date, then end date should be as an editable one. The next scenario is for visible attribute. That is, in on change, if user selects value in relationship type field, then mark related account and market unit should be as a visible one. So here we are giving another condition, that is, during on change, if user clicks a relationship type field, then related account and market unit should be mandatory. To trigger this event, we can enable a criteria also. So just click enable criteria and provide a condition. Okay. In condition, select field and provide a field name as relationship type. That is, this event needs to be triggered only if relationship type is equal to party. So next we need to click operator and provide equal option and constant give party. Save. Next we will navigate to another layout to show you the attribute for default value. Okay. So click conditional format, add icon. Okay. That is, during on load, operating unit should be defaulted. In attribute, select default value. So as it's a drop down field, the options will also be available here. So click vision operation use and user assignment. If it needs to be triggered only for any particular user, you can select user assignment. Save and publish the application. Click tower menu and navigate to the application, conditional formatting. Okay, make ready for publish and publish the application. Now we'll go to the custom application. Click invoice menu. Okay, go to an entry page. So by default on load itself, the operating unit is getting defaulted. Next, we will go to customer relationship menu. So click entry. So by default, you can see that marketing unit and related account is not visible. It has been hidden. So enter details. So click relationship type as party. Then the related account and market unit will be visible, and it has been made as mandatory also. So you can find that end date is as a read-only field. But once you provide value in start date, end date will be get enabled. It will be made as an editable field. Yes. That's it for this session. Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
Thanks, Om Prakash and Shanmugam. Guys, if you have any questions, you can use the question box to answer or ask any of your questions. So we'll wait for a few more minutes and see if we get any more questions from the clients. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining the session. Thank you Shanmugam and Om Prakash to take us through the new features we have with Smart App Builders. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Karan. Thank you.
Okay.